Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking you through how I make these little Claylian guys. These are basically little polymer clay aliens. I'm going to be leaving them around London. I'm going to take a few pictures of them, and I'm just trying to get some, doing some poses that you might see humans in. So this little guy here with his little briefcase is going to be maybe sitting on a train. Someone here taking a selfie. I'm going to get in front of a monument, and then we've got this this couple kissing here. And they make a little heart shape from the side, so that'll probably be the angle I'm going to be taking this picture from. This is the clay I'm going to be using. It's a polymer clay and it's coloured, so I don't have to worry about painting it afterwards. I've got some tools here. This is just a little rubber tool. It'll just help me finish some bits off. This is going to be like for some details, and if I ever need to take anything off, I can use this little tool here. I say it's quite an easy, simple project. It's no real tools needed. This is an 18 gauge aluminium wire. I'm going to use this inside the arms, and I've got some beads here. I'm going to use these as eyeballs. When it comes to the clay, you don't need to be too worried. I'm not too worried about the quality today. It's just going to be a bit of fun for me to do. Right. For each of my other aliens, I have used 2 strips of polymer clay, both the same colour. For this one, I want to test out using just using 2 colours. So I'm going to do, this is probably one of the more complicated ones I'm going to do, so I'll be able to show you my thinking behind it, and if you want to give it a go yourself or do something similar, you'll have an idea how to replicate it. So with the ones with the 2 holding hands, for example, and the one holding the briefcase, I didn't have to put any wire inside the arms. They just sit there quite nicely. However, the one taking the selfie, I did have to put some wire in, so I'll show you how I do that. It's not too difficult. And the other thing is, because I'm using 2 colours, I haven't actually tried this before, I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try blending 2 colours together to make one model. This is going to be a graffiti one, so he's going to be holding a little can, so I'm going to at some point use a few extra colours as well. So I'm going to try squishing these 2 colours together. I don't want them to mix them too much at the moment. I'm going to squeeze them in. I'm just going to roll them a bit. I'm just trying to get a nice solid looking thing without too many little cracks in and things like that. So this is a fun project to do with kids as well. I'm probably a bit old for things like this, but I still enjoy doing them. I'm going to try getting a shape by pushing it down on the table. And I squeeze the top out. I'm just trying to get the cone shape for the body, and I don't want to be mixing the colours too much at the moment. And as you see, I took some bits aside earlier. I intend doing the arms like 1 colour each, so I've saved them for later. Let's get this a little bit off here. Now, I don't know if I just got dirty hands, but I seem to be getting a lot of dirty colours going on. So maybe wash your hands before starting if you want to give something like this a go. Right, I've gone for this kind of bead here. It kind of looks it's red around the edges, pinky in the middle. Should go quite nice with the colours. Push that on top and just bring the colours around. Yeah, we're starting to get there now. Looks a bit odd at the moment. I'm debating whether to leave them like this or to give them a little twist of colour. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm going to leave them like this. I like it like that actually. I've got to decide whether I want the seam for his belly. Like I need to decide whether I want the colour for his belly here, like that, or I could have 1 colour one side, 1 colour another side. Oh, I can't decide. No, I'm going to do underneath like that. No, nice. Around the eyes I roll up little bits of clay like this. It's hard to get it quite thin, and I'm just going to wrap it. Just going to wrap it round and get the circle. It's a bit big, but also with this one, I want to make it look a bit like a hood. So I might actually get a bit more on top. Usually around the eyes I leave a bit of a seam so you can see where I've put the circle. With this I just want to smooth it in because I want it to all go into one piece. And I'm going to leave a bit of a seam underneath so it's a nice clear colour change. Okay, I might just try pulling this over a bit. Just try giving a bit more of a kind of a hood shape. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. I was going to do one arm each colour, but actually I think I'm going to stick to black on both arms. Let's do the arms. I'm going to roll up a long sausage. I actually found this really tricky to do, so might take a few attempts. I'm going to try to get it fairly even. As I say, it's really just a quick project, so I'm not putting a lot of time into it. Once we get to this stage, I'm going to flatten it down. I'm going to get my wire. So I want his arms to go through about here. So I'm just going to push this wire through. Oh, that's kind of just there. There we are. Now this is a bit long, but I'd rather have a bit too long to start off with than too short. And I want his arm probably to be about that kind of length for now. So I'm going to pull this back out. Now this is the arm that's going to be holding the aerosol can, or the spray paint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squish that onto the wire, put it round and fold it around like that. I just want to make sure all the wire is covered. Now the first one I can do off the body, which makes it a lot easier. I can push this back through now. Try to push this back through. There we go. And let's just slide all the way back onto here. And that's a bit long, but I'm gonna make it shorter in a bit. And now this one's harder to do because it's on the piece and it's going to move around a lot. But again, a bit fiddly, but just push it around and squeeze it over. I'm just going to keep squashing and rubbing along the seam here, and hopefully that will cover in any cracks we get. Nearly there. Okay. I'm going to grab a couple more colours and I'm going to try making my spray paint next. This is some leftover bits from a couple of the other projects I've been on, working on, and I just want a little cylinder. It's just a pink and a grey mixed together. And then I'm going to take the cutting tool, and I just want a nice flat top surface and a bottom, flat top and a flat bottom. That looks awful. Didn't do that well at all. Let's try that again. Okay, that's going to need some sorting out anyway. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. I'd say there are probably better tools for this job, like a knife maybe. But I've got to go in the kitchen to get that. We're starting to get something that we can work out what that's supposed to be. Make a little ball. Try to turn that into a cylinder. And just squash that on top. It's a bit big one. That's bigger than I would like, so I'm going to pull that in half and start again. Okay, and for this one I'm going to use a little rubber tool now. Just going to try pushing this into place. Just push it down so it's got a nice flat edge joining it. There we go. And I'm going to take this little tool, and I'm just going to put a little hole in there. And this is going to be the front where the paint comes out. There we go. It's hard to focus on it because it hasn't got any straight lines on. Sorry about that. Now, I want one arm covering his face. Actually, I didn't say this at the beginning, but I'm also going to use some pliers for this. These are just your normal long nose pliers. These are from Homebase. Right. Gonna cut his arm about here. Still think that's probably a bit long. His arm's going to be coming around covering his face. And this one here, slide that back on there. It's going to be the one that's holding out spray paint. I've got that about here. That wasn't a very good cut. Actually, it should just twist off now. There you go. And then I'm just going to push that on. Still a little bit of wire there, and then I'm going to pull. Just going to push that on there so it's got a nice little joint. Okay. Now, I've got a bit of a problem with the arms falling down, so I'm going to use the leftover wire, fold it in like a little circle like this, pull that up, I'm just going to make a little V shape here, and this should help me keep this in place, like that. I'm going to put a bit more of a kink in the arm. Got a little graffiti man here covering his face as he's spraying his paint. I'm going to go into London, and I'm going to find a an area where there's some paint somewhere, and put him in front of it and take some pictures. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you might see them out in London. Until next time. After I stopped rolling the camera, I decided to make a few adjustments. I've made his arms a little bit shorter, or this one here, and I'm just going to push the seams in and put them on a bit more solid, like this. There's also a bit of metal poking through in some places from the wire, so I just pulled the plasticine around, or the clay around, and just cover that over. And I'm just going to just cover some of these cracks out. I'm also going to be putting a few creases in, so it looks a bit more like a hoodie. Yeah. So here he is finished. Well, I might actually move his arms around a bit. They're easy to move because they're on the wire. And then he'll just go in the oven at 135 degrees Celsius. So I don't know how long it'll take, probably about 10-20 minutes. And then when we get him out, he'll be ready to take off for his trip to London. Okay, so here he is now with the others. He's going to be heading off to London soon. I'll keep you updated if you want to keep up to date with everything I'm doing. If you go through to my page, www.paul-taste.co.uk, I'll put a link in the description below. You can go and find me there. You can keep up to date with everything I'm doing. And if you follow me on Facebook, you can take a selfie with them if you see them. Or if you give them a new home, it'd be good to see a picture. And if you've done your own projects or this has inspired you to do anything, please let me know. Post it on my Facebook page. It'd be great to see any projects that other people have been doing too. And I hope you give something like this a go. Until next time.